Hey, welcome back to the channel. So I'm replacing these pretty but ready to leave you walking factory handguards with Barkbusters. As you can see, the factory guards are bolted to the master cylinder. So if you take a good crash, you're going to end up breaking off your front brake master cylinder or your clutch master cylinder. If you break off your clutch master cylinder, then you're walking. I've had Barkbusters on my last Multistrada and they are really solid. So I am excited to get these on the bike. The issue I had though is that they do not sell these directly fitted for the rally. So I had to do a bunch of research and I finally figured out that the V4S, Multistrada, and the Rally both have the same handlebars. The difference was the tank size though. So I did take a chance ordering these, but let's see if it worked out. So the kit that I bought was from Barkbusters. The part number is BHG08900NP. with the VPS 003-01-BK deflector handguards. I started by opening up the package and separating out all the parts. Figured out which parts were for the left side and which ones were for the right side, and got started with the install. First I removed the factory handguards on the left side, which was super simple. You use a 5mm Allen wrench for the end bolt and the bolt connected to the clutch master cylinder. I then attached the Barkbuster brace to the left side of the handlebar. The part fit nicely between the bar and all the wires. The bolts also attach to the rider side, so they are easily accessible and adjustable. Using a 4mm Allen key, gently tighten the bolts but leave the part fairly loose. Now at this point you need to make sure you give the video a thumbs up to support the channel. It's free and really helps me out. It is then time to install the Barkbuster cage. Start by inserting the long bolt through the short end. Install the black spacer onto the bolt with the flat side first. Then install the thick aluminum washer, followed by the compression parts as shown. The small compression piece that is threaded on last does have a small groove that will slide into the cuts in the longer compression part. Thread on the small piece until it locks into the longer threaded part. Then insert into the handlebars. Using a 5mm Allen wrench, slightly tighten the long bolt. Then line up the brace with the cage and insert the shorter bolt and snug it up. Position the Barkbusters where you want them. From the side, they should be fairly parallel with the ground. Snug up all the bolts, then you need to install the plastic guards. They easily press onto the cage. There is a groove on the back of the guard that holds them in place. Line up the holes with the pre-drilled holes in the cage. Then using the short, fat screws, secure the guard to the cage. Now the holes on the cage are not tapped, they're just drilled holes. So when you thread in the screws, they will self-tap the holes. I then attach the additional wind deflector using the thin long screws. There are two different placements for the wind deflector. I choose the highest position for the most wind protection for my hands. The installation of the wind deflector was a pain, and I wish I would have attached the deflector prior to attaching the guard to the cage. Then it is very important that you confirm functionality of all your controls. Make sure that no part of the clutch lever is touching the bars, especially the part that kind of sticks out from the master cylinder when you pull the lever. Mine fit really well. Then rotate the bars and make sure that they are not hitting the tank or any other part of the bike. This side fit perfect and didn't touch any part of the bike. Now I move to the right side. Remove the factory guards and installed the brace. This side was a bit tighter with the wiring in that area. I installed the cage and this time I learned from the prior side. And I installed the wind deflector to the guard prior to installing, and it was a breeze. I then installed the guard with the two screws and tested the range of movement, and I was all set. One thing to note is that the right side does hit the tank bag lever, so I do have to be careful of that when I am traveling with the tank bag. It doesn't hit the bike anywhere though, so I am golden. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe and give the video a thumbs up to support the channel.